everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing you a look into a brand that has been circled around on Instagram, and they are called StarGirl Cosmetics. Yay! I have an eyeshadow palette and a lippy to show you guys, so if you're ready, then I'm ready, so let's get started. Before we get started, I do want to say welcome to all of our new family members out there. And in case you're not familiar with me yet, my name is Leah Garrett, and I am a cruelty-free makeup and beauty reviewer. I am a makeup enthusiast, not a makeup artist, a plus-size beauty, and a PNH and ITP fighter. If you'd like to know more about those two diseases, there are videos down below that you can check out. Have you guys missed me? I'm just wondering. So, okay. I hope everyone that does celebrate Christmas had a very great Christmas. Mine was really good. It was very relaxing, and I had to spend time with the family. We had no family drama. We had no family fights or anything, which is good. It's always a good thing. So I guess you were wondering where I've been. Well, I actually had this video filmed for Friday, but when I went to go edit it, I lost half my footage.
What?
That was just like not a good day for me. And I was like, it was already getting to be late. I had already taken all my makeup off. And I was just like, no, I'm not doing it again. I'm not filming it again. So I was like, you know what? I'll do it on Sunday. Well, Sunday rolled around, which was my birthday. Hey! And I just felt like I got hit by a Mack truck. I don't know what it is lately with my PNH treatments, but it feels like I just want to sleep all day. And that's what I did. I slept all day. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take this time to relax, get my thoughts together, figure out what it is I want to do, and yeah, spend time with the fam. So that is what happened. So I took some time off, recharged my batteries a little bit, and now I'm ready to bring you guys some makeup. So as I stated in the intro, I am going to be showing you a couple items from the brand StarGirl Cosmetics. I do have one palette. It is the Saucy Palette that they did in collaboration with an Instagrammer named Christiana Gabriele. And then I also have a liquid lippy to show you guys. So let's just go ahead and dive on in. All right, first things first, let's go ahead and talk about this palette. This is the StarGirl Cosmetics Saucy Palette, and it is in collaboration with a Canadian Instagrammer by the name of Christiana Gabriele. She is like a really talented makeup artist. I'm going to put her Instagram information in the description bar down below so you can check out her stuff and give her a follow. This is one of two palettes that they did together. I will talk about the other one later, but this one was the one that really caught my eye first. And I do like the packaging that it does come in. It comes in like a little black chic packaging with the name of the palette, and down here, you know, StarGirl Cosmetics, Christiana Gabriele. And on the side, it says desire to be different. That's really nice. And on the back, it has the ingredients of the palette and their cruelty-free stamp. So yeah, I really like this. And this is actually nice, fun packaging. I am seeing this kind of packaging going around different brands, not just their brand. I have seen Ciate London do this kind of package, and I do believe Makeup Revolution did this kind of packaging as well. But it's nice and it's fun, and it's just something different than something like this. You know, it's just something different. So I like this. All right, and this is what she looks like inside. You have 12 matte eyeshadows. There are no shimmers in this palette. They are all mattes. And they range from like a bright orange to your pinks down to your purples. I did use this whole palette to do my look today, minus my base shade out of my Too Faced palette. And then you do get a nice mirror. Hey guys! Yes, my Christmas tree is still up over there. But yeah, this is what she looks like. And there are no shade names, so when I talk about them, I'm going to number them as I normally do. When I put down in the description bar what shade I use, I will be using shade numbers like I always do. So let's just go ahead and start swatching. Let's go across this first row right here of 3. These are the more orange tone shades. They do feel quite soft. This is what they look like on my finger. There's no primer on my hand as always. Not a lot of pigment there in the first try. That's what they look like. Let's see if we can build them up. This last shade's really disappointing me. Let's see if we can blend them out a little bit. The second shade looks really nice, but this last shade is just really disappointing me. I mean, I'm trying to build it up, but it won't do anything. But I really like this second shade. First shade is okay. Now it may differ from how it is on the brush. We are taking swatches off today with the Bliss Makeup Melt Makeup Remover Wipes. It may be different on the brush than it is as an actual swatch. You all know that that happens. Make sure my hand is dry. All right, let's go ahead and go across this. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but when I was getting the pigment on my finger, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it does kind of hard press a little bit. And what you can do to help that is just take a little bit of Scotch tape and run it across the shadow, and it'll take that hard press away. But yeah, let's go ahead and go across this second row right here. The second one feels a little stiff. First one felt really soft. This is what they look like. The first one actually looks really nice. All right, let's see if we can build up the second one and the third one. The first one actually did build up pretty nice, so that did swatch nicely. For how these look in the pan, they really aren't swatching all that well. I do dry my hand with a towel after I wipe it with a makeup wipe, so I don't want anybody to be all like, ah, yeah, bleh. So, all right, let's go across this third row right here. I did use this shade right here on my lower lash line. I used this shade right here on my lid, and I used this shade a little bit in the crease to kind of deepen my look up a little bit. This pink shade feels a little rough, and it's starting to hard press again. That is what they look like. I did get a little kickback with this one. This one actually is a really good shade. I mean, look how it blended out. It's a really, really nice shade. It blended out really nicely. It built up beautifully. Let's see if we can build up these other two. Yeah, Melissa, you did just do that. All right, I'm just gonna put it right next to it. And then I'm gonna build it up again. I'm sorry, guys. It's one of those days. So there's the first shade. Don't mind that. And there's the second shade. I mean, they build up really nice. I did use a flat shader brush to put that on the lid. I will show you guys how these shadows did perform as I was putting them on. All right, now we are going to go across this last row right here. I'm losing it. I did put this over, I did put a little bit on the crease and a little bit on top of this shade just to make it a little bit more darker before I put this shade on top of it, and to kind of balance out the pink undertone that's in this shade. I put this shade on as my not my transition shade. I put this on top of my transition shade, and I used this as my transition shade. There is some kickback with this second purple shade, and it feels really chalky. That is what they look like. You can kind of get away with this shade being a base shade, to be honest. Why did I do that? Before you say anything, we're going to build these up. This one right here would make more of a better transition shade, because this shade right here, you guys can't see it because it's so pale. It's so light and I'm so pale, but this shade would make a perfect base shade. This would be great for a transition. This one right here, I did have a hard time blending out because it did want to stay put. But with these shades, I felt that it was better for them to look like this on the brush when I used them, instead of it just being pow pigment right away. Because with these kinds of shadows right here, when they are like this, you do have the opportunity to keep building them up to your desired effect, instead of being, you know, hit in the eye with a bunch of, you know, pigment and not being able to take it away. Because it is always better to build up than to take away. I am going to wipe this off. I am going to show you the footage of me doing my eye look, and then I'm going to come back and talk about the lippy. And that was the footage of me showing you guys how I came out with this look. This is the final, you know, the final version of it, what it looks like. I mean, I think the look is nice. It looks, I really do like how that pink just really pops against the purple. So yeah. All right, now let's talk about what I am wearing. And it is their liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Clock Her. Not as in punch a girl. No, we don't do that. I don't condone violence on this channel. I have kids watching. This is the carton that it comes in. It's standard like the Saucy palette. It has StarGirl Cosmetics on here. It's a matte liquid lipstick. It has the ingredients and they're cruelty-free on the side. This is the tube. It has StarGirl Cosmetics matte liquid lipstick, and it doesn't have the shade name on the bottom. It just says number 7, but on the website it is known as Clock Her. The formula is nice. I don't like this color on me. It may look good on somebody else. I don't like it on me. I will show you a hand swatch as well, even though you can see it on my lips. This is what it looks like as a hand swatch. It is a deep purple berry shade. It's vampy. I just don't like this color on me. I don't know what it is. Normally I go for these types of colors, but for some reason this color just did not want to work with me. Like I said, the formula is really nice. It does dry down to a very matte finish. So if you don't like, you know, seriously matte liquid lipsticks, I would suggest putting down a lip balm before it or put some gloss on top of it. But it's very comfortable. It's not dry to the point where you're losing hydration in your lips. You can still feel your lips. They don't feel like the Sahara and they're not cracking or anything. Another issue I had with this color was that it was a bit streaky. I don't know if that's just because it is so dark, and sometimes with dark liquid lipsticks, they do tend to be a little bit streaky until you put that second layer down. So that's what I did. I put my first layer down, I let it dry, and then I put down the second layer, and it looks really nice. I did use a lip liner as well. This one did kind of feather out a little bit, which is kind of weird considering I did use a liner, but that may just be me. I may just be having an off day. Who knows? But as far as the formula, like I said, the formula is really, really nice. It is very comfortable. It's kiss proof. I just kissed the hubster before he went to work. There was no lipstick on him, so it passes the kiss test. So, yeah. I'm going to take this off, and I will be right back, and we're going to talk about some prices and my final thoughts. All right, now it's time to talk about my final thoughts and some prices. As far as the brand overall, this palette and the Sweet Paradise palette were the first 2 palettes that she's ever put out. Her brand's not even a year old yet. They started in February of 2018. And with any type of indie brand that you see either on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, they do have that opportunity to grow. You know, they take the feedback that we give them and they say, hey, this might not have worked here, but let's see if it's going to work here. Or this is working, we're going to keep doing this. So just keep an open mind about that. Is that, you know, this brand is still within their first year. You know, they're still just a little baby. So they have that opportunity to grow and to make a really good brand. So with that being said, let's talk about this palette. All right. I do like the color scheme of this palette. This brown did kind of throw me off for a second, but then I realized, I was like, okay, you could use this brown with more of these orange shades right here. But I would have liked to seen this brown have more of like more red to it than what it is. So yeah, that random brown just kind of threw me for a loop. I don't like the fact that these are starting to hard press. I can't remember. Is it hard press or hard pan? I can't remember what it's called. But like I said before, you can fix that with some Scotch tape. Just run it over and it'll go away. The shadows themselves, they're really nice. As you saw in my video and as I showed in the swatches, there's not a lot of pigment right away. That can be a good thing. It can be a good thing and a bad thing. I'll go ahead and talk about the bad first. The bad thing is that there are people out there who don't want to work with their shadows. They're not patient to work with their shadows. And they expect pigment right away. Whereas the good part about it is that, you know, someone like me, I'm willing to work with a shadow, see how it performs, see how it blends and everything like that. And I like the look that I came out with. But you do have to build these up. You do have to blend them to your likability. And, you know, that's also a good thing in the fact that you're not getting punched with pigment, so you don't have to, you know, be constantly blending to take the pigment away. Because it's always better to add than to take away. So that is what I really liked about this palette, was that you are able to go as light or as dark as you want. All you got to do is just build it up to your likability. The Sweet Paradise palette has more of like your tropical colors to it. I do want to get that one to kind of compare it to this one and see how it performs as well. The price is $36. Don't freak out yet. I know that may be a tad bit steep for a palette, but like I said, you do get 12. You get 12 matte shades. You get a nice size mirror. And I do have a discount code that you guys can use. It is right here on the bottom of the screen. I do not earn any money off this discount code whatsoever. It is for you guys to help save some money and to bring down that $36 cost. But both of the palettes are $36. They are the first two palettes that this brand has pumped out. So, you know, give them time so they can learn where their faults and, you know, their good points are. There are 18 left of the Saucy palette in stock, and there are 32 of the Sweet Paradise palettes in stock. All right, the liquid lipsticks. I actually think these are really nice. The formula is really comfortable. I just don't like this color. Like I said, it might look good on somebody else. It's just not looking great on me. I could be having an off day. Who knows? I mean, look at my brows. They're jacked. So, but I actually do like these. These do retail for $12, and I don't think that's a bad price at all whatsoever for these liquid lipsticks. She also has glitter, highlighters, and lashes. And you do get free shipping on your order over anything over $35. So that is all that I have for you guys today. Don't forget to pick up my Texas House of Glitters glitter palette. Of course, we all know she looks like this. And right now, she is still on sale for only $10. Only $10. You cannot use my discount code with this sale. If you do happen to use it and it does go through, your order will be canceled. We don't want that to happen. We want you to have your glitter goodies. And as always, you can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/MelissaLeahGarrett, on Snapchat as MelissaLeah1223, and on Instagram as MelissaLeahGarrett. Come on over. We have fun on those pages as well. I do not, however, have a Twitter account, so if you see one with my face and this gorgeous smile, report it because it's fake. Also, if that subscribe button is red, it's the wrong color. You need to change it. And don't forget to share this channel out to everyone as well. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that notification bell, because unfortunately, YouTube was destined to make that bell a thing. That way you know when I'm posting, even though we all know I mainly post on Tuesdays and Fridays. I love you all so much, and I will see you on Friday. Bye! Before we get started... Yeah, my hair don't want to cooperate. I'm tired. Mostly another video to do.